morning, gang. Welcome to Friday. TGIF. We're looking at 13 degrees right now in the Granite City. It is, I don't know about you, but when I got up this morning, I stepped outside, I was like, oh my God, this is nice. This is warm. And then I'm like, 13 degrees? Really? Is that what we have acclimated to? This is crazy. 13 degrees and it feels warm. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies today. Maybe a few flurries blowing around. And highs near 20 degrees. 20 degrees today. Windows are going down on my car. Music's going up. Windows are going down. I might even take my shirt off. I'm so excited. Rex, good morning. Introduce us.
What's going on, buddy? Well,
to this lady next to you, man.
My beautiful daughter here, of course. The backbone of Donnybrook Fight Promotion. Then
and
we have
you're serious when you say that, too.
100%.
Because she busts ass daily,
yeah, she's
7
the
days a
only
week.
employee that Donnybrook has right now.
Okay.
And then we have our fight mascot, Athena, right here.
Yeah.
Hey, say hi.
We can't see her, so pick her up.
Oh.
Yeah, bring her over to. Oh my God. So
Can we see her now?
Has Athena been on some weight loss? What is she topping out on the scales right now?
Full grown at 3.2 pounds.
The beauty she is.
Serious?
Oh yeah, and she loves attention.
She's a sheepom.
Yep.
A little sheepom.
What's a sheepom? What's that?
A Shih Tzu Pomeranian.
Shih Tzu.
Yes. So they took an Imperial Shih Tzu, which is the smallest breed of Shih Tzu, and then they made a female and they crossbred them with a Pomeranian.
Okay.
The Pomeranian keeps them down at around this micro size,
Okay.
and they're also hypoallergenic
Oh,
because Pomeranians don't have
question.
dander.
Why is such a tough guy like
Now
you?
I'm a tough guy, huh?
Why is such a
I'm
tough
an old
guy
man.
like you walking around with a 3-pound dog? I mean, it's just like,
Because I don't need a dog to protect me.
is this counterproductive? What's
Not at
going
all.
on here?
I don't need a dog to protect me.
Don't get it wrong. That dog is a little sriracha piranha sometimes, okay?
Oh yeah.
Joking?
No.
No, she goes nuts. Like any dogs or any animals getting near me, she goes nuts.
All right.
We tried to help it, but she's just
Yeah,
too attached.
she's my little protector. No, I don't need a big dog. I don't need that status. I'm not a.
I know, but Rex, you got this little 3-pound dog with a
I know
pink,
she's beautiful, isn't she?
with a pink sweater on. I mean,
Yes,
what's that?
It's too cold
it's a
out.
female,
What does that
It might
say
be warm
about
for
you,
you.
though, buddy?
but she gets cold.
Comment here that I got to read in just a second. But first of all, I want to start out this morning by saying Happy Friday. Welcome to the beginning of the weekend. I'm so glad you have your daughter Taylor in here. You started out this morning saying Shih Tzu. I think you said Shih Tzu maybe, I don't know. How many times, Taylor? 3 or 4 times?
We got our swear jar ready, right?
I have just about had it with your shitty potty mouth, Rex.
Whoa, that's $1 right there, JD.
All right, so here we go. Yes, bitch.
Oh, get some change.
Change right here. Here, hand that to him.
I'll hand him the change. Here you go.
All right, let's set that right down there. So he's already into us.
I want you. I
It
want
doesn't
you to.
work.
It goes in, just like you just gotta push it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
It does work.
I would like you, Rex, to maybe come up with some kind of charity, something that's near and dear to your heart. Maybe I don't want to throw any suggestion. I have a few ideas, but I don't want to say anything yet. I'm going to let you come up with it, and I think
figure it out. There's several things. Oh my God.
after a month or so, they're going to get what's in that jar.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah.
I can say shit as many times. It's you.
Oh.
No, I can do it. I can.
Oh.
It's my goddamn show, buddy. If I want to say shit, I'll say shit.
Well, all right, comrade.
All right? This is you. You're a guest. Okay? I want to start out this morning with one of my presenting sponsors, Barstow Construction.
I know that guy.
Let me tell you how it would go if I were an employee of Bar Slope Construction, okay, let me tell you, which first of all, I will never be.
No.
Okay, never.
No.
I would be fired in a matter of minutes. Okay, I can't screw two by fours
Especially
together.
when you showed up with no pouch, no tools, nothing, just
Yeah.
an idea.
He's got a mic and
I
stuff.
have great ideas. I have great ideas. Yes. But I would say to you, Rex, what are you saying? That I'm supposed to get up on this roof in February, buddy. I'm not doing that. What the hell are you thinking? Why would I get up on a roof and do roofing for you?
Because you want to get paid.
But
you'd like to
it's
feed your family.
February, buddy.
Yeah, but you know what? We eat year round.
I understand, but can
We gotta I wish we hibernated during the winter. Then I could be like, hey man, you ain't gotta get on that roof in February because you don't need food. We're hibernating. But my guys actually need food and shit like that.
I know, but man, roofing in the middle of the winter, as a dumbass,
I can't do it anymore. I can't take the cold.
I don't think roofs care what weather season
I
it is.
understand
when your
that,
roof
but
starts leaking, it doesn't matter if it's
I
in the
know.
winter. It doesn't matter. And now they're talking about 40 to 60% increases on shingles.
Yeah.
In the spring, right off the bat.
Really?
Yeah, because we get all of our shingles and shit from Canada. They come out of IKO.
Well, here we go.
Factories
and
stuff.
and lumber.
Same with a lot of our plywood, shit like that.
Yeah.
So
if
you have a roof you're planning on doing in the spring, my recommendation is at least get the materials purchased and get them delivered to your job site so they're sitting there waiting.
sooner than later.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a couple
Ouch.
customers right now, and that's what they're doing is they're at least ordering the materials and it's a scare tactic that they use every single year. You get your shingles before, and I get that the lumber yards are trying to get that stuff out of there, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it is a scare tactic, how much of it's really going to happen. We could see a 10% increase. We could see a 60% increase.
I would say to you, first of all, I and maybe there's others that are the same way, thought that, during the winter, construction companies are just not doing roofing.
Most people do assume that. They don't.
I would assume that.
Yeah, but we do. We roof year round.
God.
I've been doing that since when I worked with old Eddie Barslow.
I would say to you, Rex, that's fine. I'll roof for you. It'll probably be done the wrong way, but you're going to be paying me an extra $100 an hour to get up there in February to get up on a roof in the wind. God, do you provide like heated? The heated
I
vest
do.
that-
I actually, you know what? For
Nelson's got a
my
whole
guys
bunch of
that
them.
work for him, is I buy them Carhartt winter gear bibs. Buy
Really?
them, and then we have our logos embroidered. I bring it up to Travis Oaks.
Yeah.
Travis has that machine up there, and he does all the embroidering. So I bring it to him, and he puts our logo on the back of those insulated jackets and shit.
Wow. That's
I
so
try
cool.
to because and the reason I do that is because I've had to work out in this. I've been that guy trying to. When I was first coming up, I remember we were still learning the bidding process and shit like that. And we
Right.
bid a huge barn. It was a big barn up in Plainfield for siding and roofing. And I just remember my partner at the time. He's like, "Yep, got this job, $25,000." I was like, "For labor only, right?" He's like, "No, we got to buy the materials, 60 square roofing and like 48, 49 square siding." He goes, "But the soffit's done and the corners are on." I was like, "Bro, that's like, we're going to be here. We're screwed." So I remember he's like, "No, you're over exaggerating." I was like, "No way, man." So the first couple days he brought in, there was me and Pete, and we brought in all these dummies and stuff, and we're up there, and then he started running the calculator. He was like, "Oh, there's no fucking way we can have all these guys up here." And I just remember, because we had given our word, we had underbid it. And the worst part was the homeowner knew it because he had gotten like 4 or 5 bids, and he's like, "Oh, these guys just screwed themselves and took advantage of us."
Yeah.
And that was the last job I ever did because he knew what he was doing, and he giggled about it. He watched us out there in the snow. We were in knee-deep snow, finishing that siding job by ourselves. It took us a month, me and him, by ourselves. You know what my last paycheck was on that job the last 2 weeks I worked?
My God,
$300 fucking dollars. And that homeowner looked at us and giggled at us the entire time that we took that last $300. I had a friend of mine yesterday. We were talking about that, and talking about doing work for friends. If I have a friend like, hey, how much of a discount are you going to give me if I hire you? I am too busy for that friend. 100%. I will never be a dick to my friend, but I would never. If my friends only want to use my business because of my some sort of discount,
right,
not to support my business, then I'd rather not. It's about money at that point. It's not about our friendship or anything.
I understand. I hear you. Boy, we could do a whole podcast just about that, couldn't we?
Absolutely. Hey, today's Friday, isn't it?
It is Friday.
Harrington's got the Mr. Z's pizzas up there.
Yeah, and tickets, right? For the Battle
we
of
haven't
Mary?
brought the tickets up yet. We were going to be bringing the tickets up this following week. You'll be able to get tickets from there. Don't call them. It's really hard because he's up there by himself trying to make the pizzas and everything. Stop in to Harrington's up there. Order a pizza. You have until 6 o'clock that you can order the pizza. They'll have it ready for you. You go pick it up. Those pizzas are so good. Mr. Z's.
I might do that tonight.
They have salads there too. They have a bunch
you
of
can
stuff
order the
there.
whole Mr. Z's thing and shit, man.
Why would Taylor say to me, well, JD, they have salads too for fat asses like you.
No,
you know,
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Of course you were.
I was thinking about their cooler.
Of course you were.
Hot food, cold food.
Subliminally, she was looking at you being like, dude, you definitely need a salad. Stay away from the pizza.
I've been eating salad
Yeah,
every
that
day,
stool's
man.
looking a little
Is
wiggly
is
there.
The problem is when you load it with cheese, bacon, and all them other sauces, kind of defeats the purpose of your salad. That's like ordering 12 cheeseburgers and a Diet Coke.
Happy birthday today on this 21st day of February to Janice Chase Deo, Cindy Fraser Campbell, great lady, Heather Tolman, Michelle.
Oh, I know Heather.
You know Heather.
Oh, yeah,
She's
absolutely.
a great lady.
I used to train her.
Did
Her
you
and her
really?
daughter, yeah.
Yeah. She's in very good shape.
Yep.
Still. Let's see. Michelle Lavoie, Brandy White, Brenda Cruz, John Adams, Jeremy Edwards, Patricia Wagner, Loretta Jane, and Chelsea LePant on the birthday list today. Facebook question of the day. In your opinion, what are the most important qualities you would hope for in a superintendent of the school district where your child attends school? I'm going to post this up, and I want to hear what people have to say about that. I'm very curious. Very, very curious.
What is the job of the superintendent? So let's understand their job and their purpose before you can understand what kind of person you put in that.
Mm-hmm.
You put anybody in that position,
Yeah.
kind of like the whole thing that's going on with Doge. Instead of hiring auditors, they got a bunch of little kids that are computer programmers.
Right.
Why wouldn't you hire computer programmers to do an audit?
Sure.
That makes perfect sense. That's why we hire roofers to do our plumbing.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, of course it does.
Add more government agencies, just what we need when we're cutting the government down. Add another agency, a redundant agency that does the same exact thing that our, oh my God, they're called the Office of Inspector General. You know the guys that found $93 billion in waste last year?
Yeah.
Those reports they put out every year?
Right.
Huh. But no, let's make another government agency, and then we'll tell them that we're downsizing the government.
Trump was on Air Force One and was approached by media while he was in flight. And
did he have him arrested?
They talked about it was an interesting question that was thrown his way, and now his answer has just kind of exploded, and it's
you
all
just
over the
never
news
know
this
what's going to come out of that dude's mouth.
I know,
man.
but you ready for this? It was it basically was if Musk can find, I think, $1 million or $1 trillion of
he's going to send out $5,000 to people.
Right.
That
But
motherfucker would
gotta
print. He would print $1 trillion just to give it to the people.
He's got to find $1 trillion of waste and fraud within a year, which many people are saying not going to have any problem finding that. That if there are all of these savings, where's the money going to go? And the reporter said to Trump, would you consider sending it back to taxpayers?
Isn't it the people's money?
79 million taxpayers in America.
That's it?
Income taxpayers.
There's 330 million people, and 80 million people are paying for everything here?
79 million
Wow.
are paying income tax. Those
Wow.
are the people that would possibly get a check cut for as much as $5,000 in the year 2026.
Wait a minute. I don't even care about any of that. Go back to there's 79 million people paying for 330 million people in the
Income
United States.
taxpayers.
But isn't that where our income tax goes? That's all of our federal programs. That's everything.
Yeah.
That's 1/3 of our population paying for everything.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. So politicians, do you understand why people are pissed off? They don't. And you know what? And right now it's not even one side or the other. We're getting fucked by both sides right now. And whether you're a righty, whether you're a lefty, I don't care what you are, but you have the right doing everything that they want. They don't care. They're just boom, whatever. But then you have the Democrats. Like I watched a thing and people are like, do something.
Yep.
Stop this. Fucking do something. You know what the Democrats' response was? Nah, we're just going to sit back and let these people do whatever they want because that'll get us reelected. That's the same shit Trump was doing before the election. Like, don't pass that bipartisan bill because that'll affect my election. So fuck both those parties, and you can put more money in there
You please.
because neither one of them are working for us.
Yeah. Yeah. This is crazy.
They're
stuff.
working. They're either working for their own political aspirations, who I view the Democrats, because that's their only job is always politics. And then you have the right, which is catering only to billionaires and corporations because that's where they came from and it's business. But both of them have their downfalls because you can't run the country like a business. We are not a business. We are a service provided by tax money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but then you have guys doing things on the left that specifically to further their political career. So it's crazy that there's nobody up there representing us whatsoever. Sorry, both sides. I know I probably pissed everybody off.
Well, you're always going to piss somebody off.
I don't
Always.
care. It's the reality, though.
G is cheering you on, saying, "Fact, you go Rex." G, who's listening to us right now at over 30,000 feet. He's in the air right now on an airplane, listening to the Aired Out podcast.
I just saw your podcast. What the hell? You had like almost 10,000 followers right now.
Yeah,
That's
we're growing,
crazy, bro.
Vermont Coyotes this
Yes.
morning saying, "Please let Rex know part of the staff is trying to make a front row seat appearance to the fights. We want to shake the man's hand for sure."
Absolutely. Same. We want to support the Vermont Coyote. I try to support anybody bringing stuff to here. The Green Mountain Wrestling guys. Those, we support those dudes. It's
Yeah, we
great
have a
to
lot
bring
of
like
pro
stuff.
wrestling people
I like
too.
that you guys do that.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
That's about being in the community. That's
Yeah.
We like good businesses, people that are bringing in good stuff. There are some shady businesses we're like, whoa.
Well, yeah, and that's going to be everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are. Why is he putting more money into the money jar, into the potty mouth jar?
I think he broke it now.
it doesn't accept money anymore.
Buddy,
It accepts it for me, so there must be something wrong.
so Coyotes are saying that they're giving you season passes.
What?
Wow, really?
My son
saying.
is a huge basketball player. He plays on the men's league for Yipe Stripes there, and
I talk about the Coyotes every single day.
so
Do I have a season pass?
I'm going to tell
I
you
got a
right now. I'm going
sweatshirt.
to tell you right now.
It took me 6 weeks to get a sweatshirt, but I don't have season
I'm not a
passes.
basketball fan. I don't grow up watching basketball. I never did. And I went to one professional basketball game at the Barrie Auditorium.
Yeah.
And it was so exciting to watch professional players up close. And that was awesome. I had a lot of fun doing that. I don't think people realize, how much fun it is to watch those live events up at the auditorium.
I know.
They're pretty packed in there too. The basketball is pretty big around here.
Yep.
It
Every
is.
time I see photos and stuff inside there, everyone's like, "Whoa!" all the bleachers are out.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It really is. And I've been learning about basketball now that Lily is playing basketball.
To see them dudes up close that are like 7'10",
Oh my God, I know.
especially when I'm 4'8".
I know. They're they I know. I can't wait to get out on the court with them. I'm hoping that they'll let me do that. But
Unless it's gorilla ball, I'm not playing.
Are you gonna wear the mascot, or they got
No blood, no foul. That's the only way it works.
it can get pretty intense out there. But what they don't realize is that short guys like me I can run through legs, man. I can move around real fast. Matt Spear, you with us?
Hello?
Good morning, buddy. How the hell are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine. How are you?
Don't say we.
Hello?
Yeah, you doing all right?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Brother, I am so happy to talk with you this morning. Congratulations. You're headed off to camp.
Yes. Thank you.
Tell me about this, man. It was a big weekend for you just recently with the Coyotes. You were there as part of that top 32 tournament, and
Right.
you walked away with what? MVP.
MVP, yeah. So that basically means I have a training camp spot.
And that starts,
Not sure yet. Honestly, he said in the fall.
yeah. It's
I'm
going to be.
assuming September.
It is going to be September and into October, and
Yep.
man, it's like once November hits, it's
Season's going.
literally game time, man.
Wow.
I have been hearing from both Anthony and Andy and Brandy, and they're saying that you were just an absolute animal out on the court.
I love to hear it.
What's your story? Where are you from? And have you been playing with Revolution basketball?
Yeah, so I grew up in Williston, Vermont, and then I went to CVU High School. But I didn't start playing in Revolution until after college. 2021 was when Andy brought the league back. And I mean, yeah, shout out to him because I'm just so grateful to even have basketball again in my life. There was a probably 2-year period where I didn't even play. And so, being introduced to Revolution basketball was a blessing, honestly.
What did you think of the other players that you were sharing the hardwood with during that 32 tournament?
I love all those guys. I play with them basically every weekend in Revolution. So, yeah, a lot of love, a lot of respect for all of them, honestly.
You must have been thrilled when you found out that you have been chosen as the MVP and you got the first shot at training camp.
Yeah, no, it was very exciting. Honestly, I was a little shocked because I felt like I didn't play my best that day. But, they talked about my consistency throughout the last couple months, and that's kind of what put me over the edge there to win it. But there are definitely a number of other guys who I felt like could have won it. So it's pretty cool that they chose me.
Dude, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to just see how this is all going to come to fruition here. This is so exciting.
For sure.
VTCoyotes is it .org? No, it's .com, isn't it?
.com, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are all over social media. You're all over Facebook. I urge people to like and follow the page and watch what's going on and watch this thing come alive here. November's going to be here real fast, man.
Coming quick, yeah, absolutely.
Matt, thank you so much for hopping on with us this morning. And listen, one of these times real soon, I hope we can get you here in the studio with a few other players.
Absolutely. That'd be really cool. Well, thank you, JD.
Thanks,
Appreciate
brother.
the time.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hopping on with us this morning. Matt Spear, MVP from that top 32 tournament that just wrapped up with the VT Coyotes. And He's going to be in camp, and he is going to be the first guy to step onto the court during training camp. Speaking of sports here, Canada shuts down the United States last night in overtime, 3-2 at the Boston Garden for the Four Nations face-off. I don't know if you were watching it. I actually did. I watched quite a bit of it, and then finally went to bed, but woke up this morning to the news. The Canadians won last night, and I know, Rex, that you don't really follow hockey.
No, but I was thinking about the Coyote thing there. You know what I think would be really cool is our September show, because their season starts in right around September,
Well,
right?
they're going to be in training camp.
But would be
November.
that would be a great time to bring them to our show and introduce our fans to the players of the Coyotes. That bring them right down off the stage and everything.
When is that battle in Barrie?
September 13th.
Oh
right?
my God,
think
that's
it's the
perfect.
13th. Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, meet the Vermont Coyotes. That would be, yeah.
Can I say that was my idea?
Sure, JD.
All
I
right.
don't care, man.
All right.
Yes, you're the guy with all the ideas.
All right,
Yep.
let's
We know.
do that though. God, that would be awesome.
That would be great.
Shout out to Barbie
Barbie.
to Bobby Bartlett this morning.
Barbie
What's the
Barbie
name of-
Bartlett.
Well, but isn't that the name of his band though?
Barbie?
The Barbies.
Yeah, no,
That would be a great name for his band, though.
no, I think it is. It's
The
Barbie something.
Barbies.
Bobby, help me out here.
Bobby, help me with the Barbie crisis.
Bobby, please help me. Bobby gave me a hat. Why am I not wearing the hat that he gave me? God damn it. He gave me a nice hat, buddy. Look at this. Look. Still has a tag on it.
Oh my God!
Do
Does
you
that
have- do you
sweatshirt
have a-
say Prudential?
No, this was the Project Independence.
You're blind.
I'm just kidding.
Project Independence. Oh, Jesus. Look at, jeez. Wow. But look at this. Do you have a State Farm hat?
Oh no! I
Do
need
you
a
have a State
State
Farm
Farm
Of
hat.
course you don't. Of course you don't. But I do. I like that. And I got my
Hey.
my State Farm mug too. Look at that.
And do you know who the premier builder is for State Farm?
Talk to me.
Barslow Construction.
What are you doing? What are you doing for Bobby?
Right now we're siding his house. I built his mother-in-law a tiny home. He has a lot of projects going on over there.
Good guy.
Trying to update his home because his insulation.
Yeah.
Trying to fight with that.
Barbie and Bones is the name of the band that he's the drummer for.
Barbie and Bones. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That's where you got the
And
Barbie from.
they don't do like a shit ton of shows, but when they do perform, they wake up the area. They're going to be at the Den in I think this fall.
Oh no way.
over in Williamstown. So they'll be rocking out. But they hit up Colchester Way in the Champlain Valley. Yeah.
Yep.
Barbie and Bones. We have to go to a Barbie and Bones show.
Absolutely.
And see Bobby Bartlett on the drums. What?
I know,
Oh
right?
my God. We'll go and have a couple of drinks. Let's get into a fake fight.
Why does it have to be fake?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Embarrass the shit out of him.
Why does it have to be? Yeah, be like, we're here for the Bobby Bartlett.
Yeah. We're here for Barbie and Bones.
We can start a mosh pit.
Can we talk about what's happening Monday and Tuesday and what's happening at Granite City MMA tonight?
About
Please.
fucking
Thank you.
time.
Help me out, Taylor.
Fucking
Friggin'.
friggin'.
Friggin' fudgin'.
What is going
Fudgin'?
on downstairs?
Is it downstairs?
Is somebody working?
Sounds like someone's dragging a ladder down the stairs.
No idea.
That's wild.
No idea.
Old building. Yes. So let's finally talk about what's going to go on. So JD Green's not going to be here Monday and Tuesday. So he asked us to cover, me and Taylor to cover. And so our idea was to come up with, we're going to do a 2-part series. We're going to go and we're going to interview the instructors. We're going to interview fighters. We're going to interview kids. We're going to interview women. We are going to interview
Just all of Granite City.
all of Granite City. You're going to get to see the view of the inside of Granite City. This is going to be played live on Aired Out Monday at 9 a.m. and Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
We're going to get that. You're going to find out about We're going to try to get Sophia Hayes to do some self-defense techniques on me again, so that, because last time it was just the people at the seminar that were allowed, that got to see it, but she has some really good dynamic throws that work even on a guy my size compared to her 125-pound ass. So it's funny to watch.
That's fascinating. It's fascinating. And you and Lucas have both explained to me. But
let's be real. Let's be real though. Sophia Hayes has been training for almost 10 years now.
Yeah, I don't know.
For almost 10 years now, they're training. She's been training. You're not going to walk into the self-defense classes and in a month you're going to be able to do a dynamic Ippon Shinage from
whatever the
sexual
fuck that
assault
is.
choke. Exactly. So you're not going to be doing all that stuff
Yeah.
without training. You have
Sure.
to have that training.
But that's fascinating that it's all technique, and it's all it's more than technique. What someone that weight can do to a guy your size. How much do you weigh?
Probably about 190 pounds right now.
And she can toss you around.
Yeah.
Wow.
She can absolutely throw me and shit like that.
And
100%.
just the mechanics of this stuff is fascinating. And to see people learning how to do this.
Do they specifically schedule the work like during your podcast on this? This is absolutely bullshit. 100%. That is really rude.
Like sawing stuff.
Like you rent a spot here to put on a podcast and then you schedule work like right during the middle of the podcast. Well, we're trying to do that. That's ridiculous.
It's just a little random that they didn't say anything to JD either.
Right. Especially when you're on live and
Hey, I'm gonna be
it sounds like
sawing.
the building.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing that purposely.
I'm sawing the concrete right underneath your
Yeah,
podcast
exactly.
today. It's fine. I'm sure you guys want the background noise. It gets a little quiet in here.
Right. I can't believe that. That's
It's kind of funny, but it's JD shouldn't have to go down there and deal with it.
no.
But I guess he still wants us to talk about Granite City.
Whoa. Perfect.
Yeah, good. JD needs to tell him.
That's ridiculous.
You go, JD.
100%. How do you run it? That's his business.
Yeah.
It's 100% your business, man.
Good job.
Good for you sticking up for yourself. Calm down, bring the blood pressure down.
What's happening tonight over at Granite City?
So over at Granite City MMA tonight, JD Green's going to come over and kick the bag a little bit, get his blood pressure back down.
Yeah, what's happening there tonight?
So tonight is we have started our Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's traditional Japanese jiu-jitsu that we that I teach specifically. Okay. So it's an old traditional art based on real life hand-to-hand combat. It's made for the battlefield. A lot of joint locks, a lot of throws. Limited strikes because the people you were fighting on the battlefield were wearing body armor. So even to this day, they wear body armor. So strikes are not like, you don't want to punch somebody in the face that's wearing a helmet, a full face mask or something like that. Sure. It just would be silly.
Right.
So that's why you use joint manipulation, joint breaks, stuff like. It's a very violent art. So we do that on Friday nights. That's something that we offer to law enforcement for free.
Oh.
That's one of the courses that we do for free for law enforcement. Starts at 6 o'clock on Friday nights. Okay. I'm also going to be doing a seminar here probably right after the show, and it'll be Introduction to Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. And it'll be a free seminar, so people can come check it out. And at the end of it, if they want to sign up for that class, they
that was and the last time that you you did that. I think Lucas was a little under the weather, and
Well, that wasn't a Japanese. That was a self-defense seminar, and that was open. That was open to everybody for the self-defense seminar.
I've been asked if there's going to be another one.
Yes, March 8th is a women's only self-defense. It's on a Saturday, I believe, at noon. March
Okay.
8th.
Saturday.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's $25, but it's women only of the age 16 and above.
All right.
And Lucas is going to be teaching that one.
Wow.
Him and Sophia will probably be there also
Yeah, so
to
more
help
than
out.
likely.
All the instructors always go to the
More
seminars.
more people need to be aware of what you guys are doing over there. And when I say
Well,
over
that's
there,
what the episode, the 2-part episode, is, so that we can expose people to the inside of the gym. We can expose people to see who we have there, like the people that like Will White will be there.
Yeah, that
You
the
know,
fighters are normal people.
Yeah,
they're
he's
not
the
just-
40-year-old IT guy that you would never know if he grabbed a hold
never
of you.
know.
Yeah.
Seriously, if Will was my IT guy, there's no question
Okay.
that I could take him.
So I got to tell you,
No question. He's a little taller than I am.
I got to tell you a funny story. So Wednesday we were actually going over what's called a linear defense for fighting multiple attackers, and I line up. I have Will White, I have Kendra, and I have Dakota. You know Dakota,
Yeah.
Albert's dad.
Yes.
Big burly guy.
Yes.
And so I says to the kids, I said, who should I attack?
Dakota's
first?
not a big.
No,
dude.
but listen.
Yeah.
You've seen Will.
Yes.
Okay. So I have those 3 lined up, and I was like, who should I attack first? And the kids are like, Will. Attack Will first. I was like, why should I attack Will first? Because he's the most dangerous. And I just giggled to myself. I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Okay, pretend we don't know these guys, and we look at all 3 of them, and we don't know at what they have for training. I was like, do
Sure.
you really think Will's the most intimidating guy at this point? They're like, well, no. So I was like, so we don't really know who the baddest guy in the group is. So let's go back to why and who we should attack
Sure.
first.
Sure.
So it's a funny story. It's funny to watch new guys come in, and Will's just like a bubbly. Blah, blah.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's got a nickname like Gator.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
He's no gator.
He's a gator.
Gator.
Yeah.
And then he chokes out the new trial guy, and they're just dumbfounded. They're like, "What is going on?"
Tell us about Chris Pearl, because he's the main event.
He is the main event right now.
This is a great main event. So excited for it.
Yeah, this is a super, super exciting fight. He's fighting the #1 guy in New England, the #1 guy in Northeast. The guy's fought for Bellator. The guy fought Michael Venom Page before. He's 23-11. Chris is 3-0, and he's fighting for a title against Ryan Sanders out of Maine. This is the biggest fight of Chris's career right
I
now.
was just going to ask you that.
Yeah.
The last one was probably the biggest.
There's no one higher. The next is Bellator. Well, Bellator is not even around. It's PFL, GFL, or
One
UFC.
championship.
One championship. There's not a lot of places to go after this
Street beefs.
if he wins.
I want to talk about street beefs.
Yeah.
What's up with them?
They're always rocking and rolling, grinding.
Who are street beefs? And tell us about tonight when you're going to be chatting with them, or maybe you can't. All right.
No.
We can't
can't
say
yet.
anything.
Yeah, we're not gonna say anything.
All right.
We're not.
We
gonna
can say that we're friends with Chris Wilmore.
All right.
face. Yes.
All right.
We are friends with them. We're friends with their followers.
We've had a lot
they're
of
good
fighters
people.
come by.
But you
come
may
through.
or may not be on the phone with them tonight. Just
Yeah, just
it-
to chat.
I talk to him all the time.
we don't know. But who are street beefs and how huge are they?
So Street Beefs is huge. They have a
and what's
little
their
over.
partnership with?
So they have. So what we've been doing is we've been helping their fighters because they're a backyard smokers.
Unsanctioned.
They do
Unsanctioned, yeah.
unsanctioned fights. They get
Off the record is what that means,
Right.
basically.
Okay.
right. So but it gets these guys the experience. It gets them to figure out if they want to go to that next level.
Sure.
Yeah.
Without spending a shit ton of money through coaches and
Right.
nutritionists and
I mean, some of them do have that, though, still
Yes.
continuously doing street beefs. They
right.
kept moving up.
So
but-
we gave the Street Beef fighters an opportunity and a place for them to take sanctioned fights.
Okay.
It's a place for them if they want to go to the next level to turn pro. We created that pathway,
A little
Okay.
funnel.
a little funnel for those guys right there.
Okay. All right.
And they, when they share our stuff, we share their stuff.
They have a pretty like similar alignment to what we have going on. Like
Yeah.
we don't want to have all this violence
Yeah.
and stuff, and we want something people can do
Right.
and watch
Right.
without.
And that was how the foundation of this was all created with.
Yeah,
Just keep the guns out of
Yep.
the hands.
Gloves up, guns down.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
that's the motto of
Street beefs.
Street Beef.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because he was a gang member himself, spent many years in jail, and so this was how he gave back to the community.
Wow.
Was creating this. He just got sick of young people getting shot and killed on the streets of
Yeah.
Or-
Virginia,
yeah, or
and stuff
knifed.
down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now and look what that's done. It's
Oh,
it-
4
it's-
million followers. and
The
shit.
opportunities that he has made for himself has opened up so many opportunities
Yeah.
for other people.
Sure.
Yeah.
They would never get that kind.
It's created an incredible amount of respect among their family of fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't take them seriously. Like I know there's some fighters on there that don't take it seriously, but the ones that are like Hannah Ross,
Eddie
Sensation,
Brown.
yes, Sensational.
Tim Yantz.
Yeah.
All them
Yep.
guys.
Yeah,
It's remarkable.
So it just gives them that path to come forward.
Yeah.
So.
yeah,
That pathway is something that's taken very seriously. Some of the, if not most, of the fighters at Granite City MMA, I have heard them say to me, without you guys, without Granite City MMA, they would probably be in jail. I mean, this is an outlet. This is a path for them to channel some hardship that they've had,
Yep.
some issues with life. My God, we all have issues, but I mean, without you guys being a conduit.
So and let me, I'll expand on that because a lot of people are like, well, how can a gym help you get sober? How can a gym? We all say it, but nobody understands how we use that gym.
Yeah.
How we use that. Like people today are finding out AA
Yeah.
is not always the best for the new guys coming up through. That was great, but we need something different is
Right.
what we need. And so what we have is the way that specifically for me, what it did, I really like to drink. I would like to drink, go out to the bars, get into a fight. So, but one thing I liked better than that was training, belonging to the gym,
The
being part of it,
community.
the community of it. And not everybody in that gym is like me. We have like all different genders,
All kinds.
different political backgrounds, religious backgrounds, you name it. It's just all different people. The one thing we have in common, we all love either fighting, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. That's what we love. So once I was hooked on it, Lucas came and he's like, I'm not going to train you anymore if you keep going out and doing stupid shit because, you're wearing Granite City gear when you do shit like this and stuff. So what I did is I chose the days that I like to drink the most, and I added classes on those days. So for me, at one point I was training 6 days a week just because that's how I used my time
Yeah.
instead of drinking.
Yeah.
So you can't just quit. You just can't quit something
Right.
and not replace it with something
And now
else.
look at your Friday night routine, which
Yeah.
is basically taking care of yourself, getting to bed at a reasonable hour so that you can be up early on a Saturday morning
to
and-
deal with to teach Dante.
And-
And I know I can't go in there hungover. I know that.
Right. Dante is a young man with autism who you train at Granite City
Wait
MMA.
till you see him
one
tomorrow.
on one, and you bring some of your experience with him to life through the camera live on Facebook, which allows other people to step inside Granite City MMA and see the positive things and impacts that you're having on,
Right.
on a kid like this, which are amazing.
I know Lucas wasn't even gonna start. Like, it started out as a man cave in his little shed in the backyard.
Isn't that amazing?
He had like 5 or 6 guys, and they would just go and beat the crap out of each other all the time, and they were like, "Hey, Lucas, we'll pay you if you open up a gym." And he's like, "I really don't want to do that." They're like, "No, but like we really want this though." And he's like,
Right.
"Fine, okay, I'll do it if you guys help me."
And then he went above House of Tang for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
And then grew out of that space
Mm-hmm.
in a short period of time as more and more people started discovering
Yeah.
how he can change lives. And you know, Rex, when you say fighters, and I just heard you say a little while ago, we all have in common that we love to fight. Let's
Well, not everybody. Whether it's some people like jujitsu,
but it's not like we love to fight. I mean, no one loves to fight. No one loves to go looking for a fight. It's more,
What?
except for me. But we love to. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but we love to learn how to protect ourselves so that we can fight if we're being fought upon, if someone
Yes.
Yeah, survival instinct.
it's
you know?
it's
So,
more
so that's what a lot of people come and that's what they want to do is they want to learn
how to defend themselves.
how to defend themselves. But what happens is they start training. They get into this long amount of training. Then they're like, okay, well, nobody's attacked me, and I've never got to see if this really works. So
Right.
now I need to test myself. I want to get in. I know for a fact because I've beaten up, by this point, I've beaten up every trial guy that's come in. So I know I can defend myself on the street. I'm not worried about that.
Right.
But now let's see how I do against other trained people. Let's see how my style matches up.
Yeah.
You just get that urge.
It's just like any other sport. You want to see how you do against
Right,
an
could you
athlete
imagine
of the same
boxing,
caliber.
going and doing
right.
boxing, and you train every day and you spar every day and never actually competing or ever?
I know all the people that are like, well, fighting's just violent. No, it's just like any other people that are doing like shot put or
Sure.
wrestling or
Right.
like swimming even.
Yeah,
Like
right, of course.
you want to see how good you can do against someone that's the same as you.
That's at the same level as you.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what I want to know. I want to know how I stack up against other 52-year-old men.
Yeah.
How do I stack up against them? Am I beating up 20-year-olds? If they're not trained. Yeah. Am I beating up 20-year-old athletes that train to fight? Absolutely not.
I remember above the House of Tang when I went one night way back. I don't know how long ago this was, but I think Sophia was like 15 years old.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I
She just
remember
barely started.
I remember Lucas and you both saying, "Dude, that girl
She can handle herself.
would kill you." And I'm like, "Well, what?"
Nobody believes
What?
that. I didn't believe that until after a few years of training, and I didn't take her seriously and got in the cage, and she had been training now with Big Ed. She had been, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So my old ass was nothing that she was scared of, and it just
No, of course not.
she got me into an arm bar, and I
What?
thought she was gonna break my fucking arm.
Really?
Yeah, I had to fight her off like a man. I was like, God damn,
Being a
kid."
small woman has its perks because a lot of people don't look at you and be like, you
No.
you could beat my ass.
Right.
But that's the advantage.
And then
you
it
want
happens.
In a
Yeah,
self-defense
that's what I mean.
situation.
Sure.
You definitely want that in a self-defense situation.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't possibly do that.
And it's self-defense, and that's key. I mean, we've had several stories right here in our own community of bullying that has turned into violence on school property after school hours, and people need to learn how to. I mean, you've got a young lady that's part of Granite City MMA who has experienced this firsthand, and she's probably not going to get bullied anymore.
Yep, we have several. We have several girls that came in, started with bullies, and
As soon as I started training when I was younger, once they learned that I was training, they were like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not going to pick a fight with you. And I was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't.
just the confidence alone.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to say anything. They just like, ooh.
How many days a week is Granite City MMA open, and what time? And,
So-
and can people
6
come
right
by?
now, isn't it?
Can
100%. Stop by. First classes are free. First couple classes, we want you to come in. We want you to get used to it. To
Find the
make
class you like the
it. Find the
most.
class you like, or
Yeah.
you can do all of the classes. Monday, starting at 4:00,
Okay.
is the free kids jiu-jitsu games. That's for like 5-year-olds up to like 10-year-olds.
I
We do
love that.
We do that for free. Sophia Hayes teaches that class. Directly after that, at 5:00, is the self-defense and beginners class. I teach that class. Will White teaches it with me. It's a heavy focus on self-defense.
Yeah.
Right after that is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, taught by Lucas John, from 6 to 7. From 7 to 8 is Muay Thai kickboxing. That's Monday. Tuesday is for MMA. It's for the competition teams, people that
The
are doing
MMA
all
fighters.
the classes, MMA fighters. That's when the competitors go and train on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, same schedule. Starts at 4, goes to 5. Then at 6 o'clock is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, followed by open mat. We're there until 8, 9 o'clock. Thursday, fundamentals BJJ starts at, I think, 5 o'clock.
Yep, 5.
Goes till 6. Then Muay Thai kickboxing. After the Muay Thai kickboxing, they open up the boxing ring and the cage for sparring. Open mat again. Friday is Japanese Jiu-Jitsu at 6 o'clock. Saturday morning is MMA wrestling, followed by open mat. I have my private lesson with Dante, then MMA wrestling, then open mat. Sundays were closed.
Yeah, Lucas sometimes has like privates also.
Yeah,
that are
he does
open, too.
privates. I do privates. Sophia can do privates.
Would
We
you
have
do-
several people. We do privates during the day for people.
Would you do a private training with me?
I'll do a private training with anybody
Really?
No, I think that's
for the
kinda
right
scary.
amount of money.
Taylor wouldn't.
No, I don't do
So
any
the way
privates
that
with
the way
no
that the
one.
private lessons work, they are 75. The way that the private lessons work, they're $75 an hour,
Okay.
or $100 for 2 hours.
Okay. Sundays are the only days that it's closed up.
Yeah,
This is a grueling schedule for
Now
Lucas,
you
who works
understand why it
full
costs
time.
so much to keep the doors open and the heat in that thing.
Yeah.
yeah. He also works full time on top of.
On
owning
top
the
of that, he
gym.
works full time. He puts in 40 to 48 hours a week at Darn Tough.
Yeah,
Wow.
On top of what, another 40 hours. So
and then he's
working
also a dad too.
Yeah, he's
so-
a dad, got a small daughter and 2 kids.
That's
Doing a
that's a
boys.
schedule, man.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
a
he's-
schedule.
At least he's got help from people that
Yeah.
are part of his, like, I guess
Yeah.
we could say family at this point. We've
Yeah.
known him for so long.
And here's the thing, Amanda. I mean, people get it about Lucas. He has to do this. He truly loves what he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of them things. He's just always on the move. Got to be on the move. Got to be on the move. Got to be on the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
It's perfect to signal and channel that energy into
Yeah.
building up a
Something
gym.
positive.
Yeah. I mean, I've got people asking me, how come Lucas doesn't come on the air with me? I
So
mean,
big-
He's like me.
Okay, so like we
Right.
just got done. So there's the schedule.
Yeah.
During the day, he gets out at 3:30. Classes start at 4. He oversees all the classes.
Sure.
So, and like today, his entire day is the only day that he has off because he works 12 hour. He works 4 12-hour days for Darn Tough, and then Fridays he has off. His whole day on Friday, starting at 9 o'clock, is private lessons.
Yeah.
People drive because professional fighters, they drive quite the distance just to train with him for Muay Thai kickboxing and jiu-jitsu and stuff. So
Yeah.
same thing. We have he has some people that were affected from domestic violence. They
Yeah.
come and they train with him.
I want to talk about Gabe Cole because he's tuned in this
Yes.
morning.
The source.
The source.
Just said that at the same time.
You have other opportunities for businesses like the source
Yes.
to get behind and attach their name and their brand to Donnybrook Fight Promotions
Yep.
and to the Battle and Berries that you get for a year up at the Berry Auditorium.
Yep.
What's the deal with that?
So we have several sponsors, and it's when you sign up as an advertiser, it's a 1-year sign up that you sign up for,
Okay.
and that includes, depending on which tier you get,
Okay.
but it includes a VIP table,
Or tickets, sometimes T-shirts. depending on what
tickets,
they choose.
T-shirts. There's a lot of opportunity for advertisers through our podcasts, our social medias. Not only that, our social media, just last week we reached out to over 40,000 people in just 1 week.
Yeah.
So we're getting, our reach is out there. And then when we start co-oping with Aired Out Podcast, that expands our reach even more through there. So not only that, but then we have the advertising opportunities right at the show.
Yeah.
You know, stickers up there, your name being seen out there.
Yeah, we can make the stickers and we can make banners, and if you want on the canvas, that costs. I mean, it
There's
costs more.
so
'cause
many
the canvases are
opportunities
so
to
much,
be
but-
seen, the visibility, and we're one of the fastest growing promotions out there right now. It's like our cards are filling up so quick. You know, people want to fight for us. They see
These-
the UFC refs, the UFC.
Right.
So right now we're actively looking for advertisers and investors. There's a couple investors that we're getting ready to sit down to talk
You guys
to.
are the you guys are a sanctioned body here in.
We are not a sanctioning body.
We are a sanctioned.
We are a
body.
sanctioned
That's what he just
show.
said. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We
show
bring
the
in a
event.
sanctioning body.
You're licensed through the state.
Yes.
This is serious. This isn't just a bunch of hillbillies getting together and
Yeah,
beating
Not
the shit out
anymore.
of each other.
We used to
UFC
do that.
You started that way.
Yes.
UFC refs don't come down to UFC judges don't come to unsanctioned events, and
That's right.
they don't do that because that's their license. They're licensed through ABC.
They don't
Yeah.
do any redneck ruckuses at the Moose like
I-
we do. But
That's how it started, though. That's how it
Absolutely.
started. My God.
we had so many
But then
grudges around here too. But
that's that there was good and there was bad to that because there was people getting hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There
Right.
was- yeah.
and
we-
the crowd was like way too rowdy. I think for what we want people to get excited, but
Sure.
we don't want people shoving each other for
Right.
beers
You
and
don't need
sloshing them
Roadhouse
around
going on.
and
Do you remember Eddie?
yeah, Roadhouse.
I remember Pete Haskins climbing up the top of the fucking cage and have to drag him down.
Oh my God.
One of our fighters did that last time, but ISK it was like whatever.
No, Pete Haskins did it on the outside of the
Oh Jesus, yeah, I don't remember that.
A couple
Yeah.
of years ago, and there was more than one battle in Barrie where Pete Haskins was featured, and that crowd he's got a
Yeah, he brought a lot of. He
He's got
used
a
to bring a
following,
lot of
man.
people
Yeah.
from because
He
he's
did.
from the
Waterbury.
Waterbury area
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
They
yeah.
love to see him in there. He actually did. They did bring in a really big crowd every time that he fought.
Yep,
yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
You've got gyms, you've got clubs that are coming from all over the region now. That
All
are
over
coming
the
to-
world at this point. We have
Oh,
people from
yeah.
Germany being like, "Hey, can you buy us flights?
Yep.
Are they AMI? Yes. Then not at the moment.
No, we're not going to fly amateurs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
no,
Germany.
we have gyms coming. We have UFC fighters bringing their fighters. Glover Teixeira brings guys up here.
UFAI.
UFAI had two fighters last time.
Yeah.
But UFC fighter Felipe Silva brings guys out here. Glover Teixeira brings guys. We had Lucas Rosa was out here. So yeah, we always
All of them are super humble too.
Yeah.
Like it's super nice to just talk to them because they're super down to earth for the most part.
Can we get tickets right now for VIP tables? What's the deal with that, and who's catering this?
Gusto's is catering it as usual. We have Gusto's. They bring waitresses. They cater all of the VIP tables. They don't cater out into the general admission. It's only for the VIP purchases. So the only thing that we did a little bit is that, I thought that was going to be old Joe Aldsworth. So one of the things that we changed is we put 4 tables long way
Okay.
to seat 8 people, and we're selling those as individual chairs.
All right.
So that you can sit at a table
Sure.
for $100 instead of spending $600 for front row, $500 for second row to
Yeah.
seat 6 people.
Okay. What about general admission? Do we still have tickets available? Donnie?
100%. DonnyBrookFightPromotions.com.
All right.
Head over there. You
How
can head up
much?
to Harrington's. They're $50 for
All right.
general admission.
Harrington's has the tickets too,
Yep.
or any of the fighters that you may or may not
Yes.
know that are part of this.
And,
they
and
have
you don't have
tickets.
to go to your fighter. You can actually get onto our website and purchase a ticket.
Yeah.
There's a drop-down menu, and you click on that fighter, and it's the same thing as if you just bought a ticket. from
Oh,
For pay-per-view,
For pay-per-views,
VIPs,
everything.
single seats, general admission, you can choose your favorite fighter. Yeah.
all right. How much is the pay-per-view, and what's the deal with that?
$29.99. And
All
then,
right.
but the thing is that pay-per-view, once you buy it, you own it forever. You
Yeah.
can replay it over and over and over again.
Watch it whenever you want.
Watch it whenever you want.
That's so cool.
So that's another great thing for advertisers. Our replays, all of that stuff gets viewed thousands of times. Even once you stop advertising your TV commercial,
Yeah.
because we do pay-per-view, we do live replays, we do all of that stuff, and that's when we add in our advertisers
Sure.
commercials and stuff like that. So we get a lot of exposure for our advertisers.
Have you told Taylor about our local guy, Glenn, who doesn't leave the house?
Glenn Brummert.
Brummert.
Yes, I do know.
He's a home guy.
Yep.
Doesn't go out.
But 4 times a year, we got him hooked to get out of his house.
Well,
He got a table this time.
Did he get a table?
He got a table this
That's
time.
awesome.
Do I have a seat at that table?
Yeah, I
You'd
guess
have
you're gonna have
to
to
ask
ask him.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That means he's going to probably sell. Can he sell me a seat?
Of course he can. He can do whatever he
Yeah, it's
wants.
his table.
It's his table.
Senior discount over 50? Almost 55.
That's another thing you can do is you don't have to buy the table. You and your friends can get together and purchase a table because even the second row for $500 seats 6 people.
Yeah.
So it's like $85 a piece.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
You don't have to get up, and
You
you
don't
can
have to
get
get
your
up.
drinks and food throughout the entire night.
Or wait in line for Donny Tots.
Yeah.
Or
That's
whatever.
right.
Yeah, our awesome Donny Tots.
Donny
So
Tots.
good.
Are there any carbs? Are there any carbs in the?
No, of
Donny-
course not. No, of course not. No.
This is
Highly recommended by the Heart Association.
And then you get people in there who have never been to an event like this, including myself. I mean, the first one, you were like, JD, you got to come up and you got to just experience. Just come one time.
And just
you
since
got
then,
you got little old ladies up there who are like,
Oh,
punch
yeah.
him in the face.
Yes.
but just since then, things have changed so much. Just since that, that's why I'm saying we're evolving so fast right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I
We're
still get
ready for the
anxiety from
expansion.
these events, but like before, I was like, I feel like nothing's together.
Yeah.
On the day of it happening,
sure.
like running around with a chicken with our heads cut off, and now
Yeah.
we're kind of like, we have a few things we need to do.
Yeah.
It's not
But
as
you're honing that craft here
Yes.
every time
Trying.
every year that goes by, every fight that goes by.
Yeah.
And
And it's all been us. Like, we haven't had
know.
any outside help. It's just been
Yes.
our entire family trying to figure this out.
Yes.
Just by watching, like, random UFC bouts. We can't
Right.
even watch those
Going-
anymore.
and going to other promotions. We went
Yeah.
to all the time. We go to other. We're like, hey, I like the way they did that. We can do something similar
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
way.
We do like to go to the other promotions, then we can network and talk to them, talk to
Sure.
those guys, and we can switch fighters back and forth.
I was
yeah.
actually just talking to the matchmaker for Bare Knuckle BKFC this morning.
That's fascinating. How many people do we squeeze into the auditorium?
2,000 people.
All right.
Yeah, that's how many can fit in there.
You have to have a relationship with the city of Barrie. You have to have a relationship with your promotions and production crew, with your fighters and all of their teams,
And
with
their
with
coaches,
the
yeah.
public, with the whoever's running the Barrie Auditorium. I mean, there's
It's a
there's
balance.
a lot of stuff.
The
that's
ring
go-
girls, the sponsors that are
ring-
coming in. The sponsors that are coming in with their tents and
Right.
stuff.
The vendors. Do you have any cool vendors this year?
Tall truck always comes over there.
Maybe Wilkins.
Wilkins.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
They get really busy, but I
All
told
right.
them they can come in.
We've been forgetting to say this whole time. March 22nd is the Battle in
Oh,
Barrie.
yes.
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 16? Battle in Barrie 16?
Yes.
Okay. Battle in
Battle
Barrie
Berry
16.
Oh, my
Isn't
God.
that amazing? 16. That's remarkable.
So many.
Yep. One of our sponsors, our newest sponsor there is Kidder's Interior.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you tag this phone number because I mentioned them a couple times, but I've never mentioned how you can get in touch with them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So the number, and JD's going to put this in the comments and pin it at the top, but this is Kidder's Interior, and it's 802-505-5120.
Okay.
These guys came in, we had an emergency project, and they came in yesterday, was it yesterday, the day before, and hung 98 sheets of sheetrock and sheetrocked an entire basement
Oh, my.
in one day.
Holy crap.
And they're starting to tape it today. Crazy.
You get some bang for your buck with that.
They like to do a lot of things like archways and architectural stuff. They do all that.
That's
kind of
amazing.
Stuff.
Making your
Yeah.
inside
A lot
pretty.
they do. They're the painting
Yeah.
and sheetrocking, taping, buddy.
What's the deal with Tall Truck?
Oh, I didn't talk about it. So Tall Truck is
That's more of her age.
Yeah, they do the cannabis and stuff like that.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything about cannabis.
Devin, nothing, absolutely no. No, Tall Truck
know
does
how
a
to
lot
smoke
more skateboarding and stuff like that. So that's why they wanted to get into the sports stuff.
Yeah.
I met him kind of through Ronnie, which is my partner,
Yes.
boyfriend, however you want to say it. He
I like
is
partner better.
half half professional. So he hangs out with them, with the professional skateboarders. So we got to talking with Tall Truck Devin. He's really awesome. So he comes to the show, and he brings us some merch. Like, he's got cool retail stuff that goes along with his things. And
I love that.
he works with Forbin's Finest too.
Yeah.
He gives them some of their product that they
Fantastic.
have.
Fantastic company.
Yeah.
What if folks watching, listening right now are like, I want to be a sponsor. How do I learn about it? Who do I call? What website do I get on?
So
What's the price?
You can contact us through Donnybrook Fight Promotions. You can contact us on Facebook. You can contact us on Instagram. You can call. You can text. Any of those ways, and we have an actual sales staff that will reach out to you.
Give me a phone number.
802-249-3276. And I'll hook you up with somebody from our sales staff, and they'll come out and they'll give you a great sales pitch, a little video, show you everything we have to offer. And we have everything for everybody's budget to advertise.
I've got that in the comments here. This is really exciting. It's come out to Granite City MMA tonight at 5.
6.
6.
6 is Japanese Jiu-Jitsu tonight.
Okay, come and observe, see what's going on.
Yeah, wear something comfortable. Make sure that when you come and you check these classes out, just make sure a couple things. You took a shower, you brushed your teeth,
Which you never do.
Your nails
right.
not
The only
this
time I do
long.
is when I go to training, because nobody will roll me if you stink.
Right.
So your breath, your toenails,
Yes.
your body odor.
Yeah.
Next on the priority list, make sure you're wearing something that is comfortable and doesn't have zippers.
Okay.
That's it, because we don't want to cut each other or anything like that. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
If you're a new person, I'm not going to call you out as being a smelly shitbag.
Yeah.
But after the second class, I'm definitely calling you out to be a smelly shitbag.
He's gonna smack you with the Lumi wipes.
Yes,
that we have.
because we keep Lumi wipes in the gym.
Oh my God.
We dude, no one's more self-conscious about stinking than me, because I inject my hormones.
Yeah.
So they can get me sweating. So I'll bring changes of clothes, and I change midway, because I teach and I also go to classes. So I bring changes of clothes.
Yeah.
We have a shower there. So
Right.
we
He keeps
bet-
it very clean.
I
in there
bet I
too.
could submit you, Rex, if I got you in a certain position and then ripped one right in your face. I would submit
punch you so
He
fast.
would
you
gag.
Wouldn't. You wouldn't have a chance.
Once I
to-
got done throwing up, I would
It would
punch
be
you.
so he would be like the whole time.
My son, I used to have to pull over and throw up from that, dude.
The second he
hate that.
hears it, he's like, "What's happening?"
Oh my God.
You want to hear something really funny that I did?
No, please.
Talking about throwing up. So I thought this would be a really funny prank, and she was a little girl, and I had my niece over there, and my
How
son
did I
was
know?
little. He was little baby. And so I had a diaper. I had to change his diaper, and the two girls were there. I was babysitting.
Is this Hunter that we're talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm changing Hunter's diaper, and beside it, I have another diaper with chocolate pudding inside of it. Okay, I used to love doing these pranks. So I look at my
You're the reason
niece,
I puke all the time.
and I'm like, "What did Hunter eat?" And I'm sniffing it, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's disgusting." I was like, "No, there's something in there. I don't know what he ate." And I took that and I went, "Ugh."
We took off running.
They took off running. They were puking. Oh, yes, it was a diaper full of chocolate pudding, because I hid the other diaper that I had just taken off of him, and I smeared that on my face with the chocolate pudding.
There's like 3 and 4-year-olds
I
taking off
never
running,
laughed
screaming.
so hard watching these little kids cry, scream,
I love
puke,
that.
and run away. Okay, one
was
more
devastating.
turd prank. If you ever want to do this on your kids, young parents, this is hilarious.
Oh, so funny.
I don't know if my
I'm not
kids found it
traumatized.
hilarious,
Wait a
but
minute. Wait, do we have anything involving Taylor Stiper?
nope.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
That's
So
fine.
my kids have all
Just
of
a
their
question.
friends that come over to my house. My house was always an open door. All their friends always came over. So I take a toilet paper roll, I wet it down, and then you roll it. When you roll a toilet paper, it looks just like a dog turd. It really, really does. So I take this thing and I put it underneath the table, and all the kids are in the other room and they're all playing and stuff. And I start screaming. I'm like, "Kids, Hunter Taylor, you better get your asses out here. I'm so sick of this every single time. You have people over here, you ignore the dog, and then he shits on the floor." And they're like, "What, Dad, calm down. We'll clean it up." I was like, "Nope, I got it." And I grabbed that thing with my hand and I put it in my mouth. And so here's these kids that this is the first time they've ever met me before. As soon as I put it in my mouth, my kids knew exactly like it was a joke. The other kids were mortified. They ran away like they could not
because their
believe-
parents don't do that kind of stuff. Their parents weren't pretending to eat poopies. What?
And I'm
stuck with
crying.
me forever.
And my kids just instantly stopped and gave me the dirtiest look. And they're like, "Dad,
Oh my God.
enough." I was like, that was so funny, though.
Yeah, my parents, they're like, it's totally fine. Like, my friends will never talk to me again.
Oh my
but it's
God,
totally
I
okay.
love that.
Your dad just ate a dog turd.
Are you going to do anything on April Fool's Day? That's coming up, April 1st.
No,
I don't even want to think about it.
no.
All right.
Maybe we should do something to scare him.
No, don't scare me.
Okay.
Easy way to get shot.
Make sure all the guns are gone first. You'll have to use
Oh,
your
my
jujitsu.
wife almost shot me once.
My wife almost shot me once, too. I'm serious.
Oh, me too.
I broke into my house in the middle of the night.
Up. Okay,
Yeah.
so I left.
Yeah.
Dumb
I left
move.
and put a Michael Myers mask on and waited about 30 minutes. And then I snuck back to the house.
You dumbass.
And I
does this
started
stuff.
tapping on the window, and she didn't know. And then the dog started growling. I was just doing a light tap, and then finally she like saw me because it was dark out, and she just saw the Michael Myers, and she stood up and she's like, "No, no," because she was freaking. She was all by herself, and I'm giggling behind the mask, and I think it's hilarious. Until she ran off, and then I was like, "Oh no, she went to go get her gun." I had to actually
Yeah.
leave the house and call her and be like, "Yo, it was me. Don't shoot me. I'm coming back
Dude.
to the house."
We did that with Nana with a clown mask too. She had a heart attack at one. No, not like an actual heart attack, but
She's definitely
Rex.
scared of clown. I used to love scary
Clown
clowns.
face.
What a bastard. My God.
the pranks. Maybe
Really?
you should be on an Impractical Jokers show. You and JD.
I would love that. I would prank the shit out of people.
Hey, movies playing at FGB theaters tonight. Becoming Led Zeppelin. I have to go see that. Captain America.
That's right.
Let's see. Complete Unknown. The Bob Dylan story. Dogman is playing tonight, and Monkey. And over at the Paramount, which is right down the road from us, Captain America tonight and Paddington, both at about, let's see, Captain America's at 6:30, Paddington in Peru, 6:40, one of Rex's favorite movies. Thank you guys so much for coming in here this morning. Let's do it again.
Absolutely.
All right?
Monday.
Look at how many quarters are in the potty mouth
We're at
chart.
$3.25 right now.
Wow. $3.25 in just one show?
Yeah.
Damn.
That won't even feed a kid in Ethiopia with the way
I-
inflation is these
I
days.
was trying, because Dad, as soon as we walked in, Dad's like, "You got to be careful. You can't be swearing." Here he is,
Oh, yeah.
$3.25
I know.
deep.
I know.
I think.
We're definitely going to be able to feed a kid in Africa
Well, for 10 cents a day, you can
by the
anyway.
end of the year.
Thank you
That's
guys.
not true. Inflation's through the roof.
Love you to pieces.
You can't even send them an egg.
Next
We're gonna
Friday.
get your mother
Next
for
Friday.
Yeah.
for our 50th anniversary. A dozen eggs.
And Monday and Tuesday is going to be huge.
Yes.
Right here on Aired Out.
Yeah, you're not going to want to miss that.
Cameras are going inside Granite City MMA, 9
Yep.
o'clock in the morning, both Monday and Tuesday.
Exclusive on Aired Out only.
Love it.
Exclusive.
I love it. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thanks for having us.
Yeah, God bless you.